Welcome back to Everywaywoman, and we're doing our 12 Weeks to a Better Man series, and Aldair is here, and we're talking cardio today. So what do we have to think about with cardio? Do we just have to keep going, hour? How long should we do cardio?
All goal dependent. Again, it seems like such an open-ended answer, but it all depends. Do you want to be able to run a marathon? Do you want to do 5K? Do you want to be a sprinter? Do you want to just lose weight? And then also on top of that, time constraints. Not everybody has enough time to go run a marathon or 6 miles a day. Unless you're pretty good at it, because you got to earn that. So again, it all kind of just depends. So you want to be as efficient as possible with your time. Best thing to do is interval training. Makes it real easy. It's very short.
What would you be doing?
Intervals just means that for a certain amount of time you're working, and then for a certain amount of time you're resting. There's a work to rest ratio. The higher the work, the work to rest ratio, the higher the rest, the easier it's going to get. Worst one specifically is called a Tabata. That's a 2-to-1 work to rest ratio. That means you're working twice as hard as you're resting. It's 4 minutes specific. It's named after a guy, the Japanese researcher who founded Tabata. And it's 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. 4 minutes of the most intense fun you will ever have.
Fun, yeah. You have a different idea of fun, huh?
Us trainers are a special breed of insane people that like to call these things fun.
Yeah.
But again, at the end of the day, it's goal dependent. You don't have to be the cardio king. You don't have to be on the treadmill for X amount of hours. You can always just go for distance. You can go for time.
What about if you have injuries? What's the best way? What do you think you should do? I mean, should you stay away from sprinting or any hardcore things like that if you have injuries?
Yes. Again, the idea is to progress and get away from those injuries. You want to be able to build up a little bit of strength, and it'll all depend. I mean, I'm not a doctor, no trainer is a doctor. We can't advise you against anything like that. You should go see a licensed medical physician for those things, and you always should. People always tell us, like, oh, you guys know what you're doing. Yes, but a doctor knows better than we do. We can't prescribe, and we don't practice outside of our scope. So if you have an injury, talk to them.
You got the no pain, no gain, but if you have something, you don't want to push it too far.
Yep.
But a lot of times I'm seeing people, really doing the hills. Do you have to do hills if you're going to be doing any kind of cardio? Is that important to have that in there?
Yes and no. Yes, because usually hills means you're outside. It means the fact that you're outside helps you out a little bit more. Get out of the gym. Get out of that setting.
Or even on the treadmill machines, the high inclines. I mean, is it important to add that in to really get a good workout?
Yes, because it increases intensity and difficulty. I myself run hills. I dislike hills, so that just means I got to do them even more. I tell my clients all the time, if you don't like it, it just means we got to keep doing it more until you do. So that's what I do. I do hills a lot more. If not that, like I said, interval training for either distance, so you can go a quarter mile, half a mile, as fast as you can, then bring it down, and you can, again, work with time. How long did it take you to do it? Okay, take that same amount of time to rest, or double it, or triple it, depending on how long it takes you to recover.
And what about, I've seen a lot of tools and apps to, track your distance. And do you suggest any apps that are good?
Absolutely. Anything that's going to help you get that extra arsenal of tools in your belt is going to help you that much more. Download any interval timer. Just search it on either the Google Play or iTunes store. You'll find plenty of them. Another one I like to use is as a metronome, and that just kind of dictates time. If you're a little familiar with music, it just tells time, and you can speed it up, speed it down. I use it a lot with my clients when I do step ups. Yeah, you can always tell anybody, all right, speed it up, but they never really know. I mean, they will know, but we never really know until I started doing that. I'm the only trainer at my gym that has a metronome, and that I stick to them. And they'll notice every now and then that I'll push it up and like, did you increase it? Maybe.
Yeah. So, and do you also have music that you listen to that really helps drive you?
Music definitely becomes very important when you do interval training, just because it does get that much harder. So if you have a special track that you like to listen to that just gets you motivated, definitely play that track. It gives you that extra energy, and research has definitely shown that music helps and actually does give you that extra burst.
What's your favorite track to listen to?
It depends. If I'm sprinting, I love to listen to some hardcore rock. I'm starting to get a little bit into dubstep. They got some nice beats. I start getting into the rhythm of it. The cadence of my steps and running kind of matches the heavy beats. So I go that much harder. One of the things that I like to do, and I learned from one of the fitness expos that I went to, is using this bad boy right here. I use this as my jump rope. This is about 11 pounds of fun. And
that looks like 11 pounds of fun, sure.
Yep. If you want to give me a little bit of space, I'll show you real quick.
Great, let me
just
get out of your way.
don't want you to get too hurt. So you're here and just, here we go, one miss. I make it look easy. I earn the right to make it look easy.
You're not going to do double dutch with that, are you?
Nope. You
'Cause I'm not jumping in there.
Exactly. And one of the things that I do is I alternate that. Like I said, if I use an interval, I use that for my heavy work, and to relax and bring my heart rate down, just use a regular jump rope and just start jumping right after that to keep myself going. Keep it that much more intense. And again, all depends on my goal. I'm trying to lose a little bit more fat, so just keep it going.
Well, you're looking great, and follow Aldair, and you're going to look great too, and you're going to get your man to look great. We'll be back with more.